Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Section 1, Group 3 for subject Statistic for Real Estate Management. So we will present about simple linear regression. Before that, we introduce our lecturer for this subject, Dr. Sharina. Hi, Doctor. Okay, let's start it. For this group, we have 5 group members. Firstly, our leader, Dayan Nufaika binti Abdullah Abang Zamri. Second, me, Nur Ala-Atika binti Iman Ali. Third, Muhammad Atik bin Muhammad Izani. Syed Iqbal Faris bin Syed Abdul Aziz. And lastly, Muhammad Takif Al-Hadi bin Zulkifli. Introduction. What is simple linear regression? Simple linear regression is used to estimate the relationship between two quantitative variables. We can use simple linear regression when we want to know, firstly, how strong the relationship is between two variables. Second, the value of the dependent variable at the certain value of the independent variable. Regression model describe the relationship between the variables by fitting a line to the observed data. Linear regression models use a straight line, while logistic and non-linear regression model use a curved line. Regression allows we to estimate how a dependent variable change as the independent variable change. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, we move to the report methodology. Our objective is to learn more about UTHM student hour and grades achieved during last semester. We use Google Form questionnaires to collect the data from UTHM student through social media platform like WhatsApp. The amount of responses we target is 30 responses and achieve the target successfully. Scatter plot. A scatter plot is a graph of the order pairs xy of numbers consisting of the independent variable x and the dependent variable y. This is data of the relationship between student study hour and their grades achieved. X line stand for student study hour, meanwhile y line stand for grades achieved. Sketch scatter plot. The chart shows the outcome from UTHM students that achieve some grade linked with their study hours. What we see, the highest grade achieved is 3.91 and the study hours are 6 hours. And the lowest grade achieved are 2.7 and the study hours are 3 hours. So we can conclude that the long time taken to study, the high grade we gonna achieve, because the effectiveness of study also come when we manage the study timetable properly.
Now, I will continue with simple linear regression model. What is simple linear regression model? Simple linear regression is a statistical technique used to find relationships between variables for the purpose of predicting future values. In addition, it allows us to see trends and make predictions based on the data that has been obtained. Y is the independent or responses of variable, and X is the independent or predictor variable. The least square method. The method of least square is a standard approach in regression analysis to approximate the solution of overdetermined systems. For example, sets of equations in which there are more equations than unknown. Least squares means that the overall solution minimizes the sum of the squares of the residual math in the result of every single equation. Now, this is the data that we obtained from the questionnaire form on how many hours does UTHM student study per day and what is their obtained grade. So firstly, we are going to find the Y naught. Y naught is the predicted value of dependent variable. So the formula of Y naught is sum of Y per N. Sum of Y is the grade achieved and the N is the total number of respondents. We will get the answer for y naught is 3.08. Then we will move to this x naught. So what is x naught? X naught is the value of the independent variable. So the formula of x naught is similar to y naught, just that we are going to change sum of y into sum of x per n. Then we will get the answer 3.44. After we get the answer for x naught and y naught, we are going to use the equation sum of xy. What is sum of xy formula? Okay, sum of xy formula is sum of xy minus 1 over n times sum of x times sum of y. We will get the answer of sum of xy is 10.82. Then we move to sum of x square. What is sum of x square? Sum of x square formula is sum of x minus 1 over n times sum of x square. Then we will get the answer for sum of x square as 78.54. Then we will move to the next calculation, which is we are going to find the regression coefficient, which is the slope. So the formula of the slope is sum of xy per sum of x square. Then we are going to get the answer 0.1378. As for the constant or y-intercept, we are going to use the equation y naught minus regression coefficient times sum of x naught. Then we are going to get the answer 2.6. After we have the all number for the formula, we are going to fill in the number into the equation, which is y is equal to 2.6 plus 0.1378x. That's all from me. I will. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Iqbal Faris bin Syed Abdulaziz. My metric number is AP220429. And let's talk about coefficient of determination. The coefficient of determination measure the variation of the dependent variable that is explained by the regression line and the independent variable x. The symbol for the coefficient of determination is R2. R2 is equal SXY to stroke SXX SXY. For the next, we will see the example of the equation using the coefficient of determination.
For the coefficient of correlation, we use R is equal to SXY over V in a bracket SXX in a bracket SYY. A correlation exists between two variables when one of them is related to the other in some way. The coefficient of Pearson correlation measures the strength and direction of a linear relationship between the two variables. The symbol for the sample Pearson correlation coefficient is R. The symbol of population correlation coefficient is P. For the calculation, R is equal to SXY divided by third SXX times SYY. So we substitute the value 10.82 divided by third 2.6 times 2.55. So the answer is 4.16.
Thank you, the presenter. As a conclusion, finally we have some intuition that there is a positive relationship between the number of hours a diligent student spends studying and their excellent grades. Since studying helps people reinforce content, so they are more likely to perform well on a test. As a result, we arrived at the following hypothesis. When we first looked at the data set, we saw that there were 30 samples provided. The line's final equation, where y represents the student's grade achievement in semester 1 and x represents the study hour for student time spent. So that is from our group. Thank you.